Welcome to the Austin Business News Podcast, where business meets public policy and maybe a martini. I'm Tina Cannon, your host and CEO of the Chamber. On today's pod, we're going to talk about local business news and the headlines this week. Finally, the old Statesman property is moving forward. And then what to expect with the new convention center. I know we've talked about it before, but hang on, more stuff. And then robots, HEB is hitting the streets. We'll be back. Hello, all. I'm joined here by Colton, Amy, and Fiona. How's everybody doing?
Was that a new bit of music at the end?
Oh, we just let it go a little longer. Hello, hi.
It's the remix. Pride remix.
It's still Pride Month.
Maybe we should have picked a shorter month to be proud.
I know.
February. Yeah.
I know. I'm exhausted.
Every time I hear Pride Month, though, this entire month, I just hear Amy from our first episode in June. And she's like, Happy Pride!
Happy Pride! Yes! Love.
Put that one on there for you.
Thank you. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm finally on the... I have finally signed up for a dating app.
Oh, you have? Which one?
I thought war was the big news, but that's the big news.
Where can the listener find you?
And people, as they're like, "Hey, what do you do? What's cracking? What's going on?" I'm like, actually, this is a terrible time for me to be on a dating app. Like, I have too much to share. So yeah.
And there's plenty of opportunities to meet people, aren't there?
I kind of hate it, actually.
I can't wait to hear the stories.
I kind of hate it. Like, when did all of the fake accounts happen between when I was on Match 10 years ago and now?
So you're not on the celebrity dating app?
I was not selected for Raya.
Oh, you were not?
Oh.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
No.
At Raya, get your shit together.
I mean, I think it's based off of your Instagram visibility as well, which I'm not.
So we got to step it up. Okay. We'll be back.
Where's RuPaul? I need her.
Yeah, you need to have a following.
Well,
That's how they pick, probably, whoever has the most followers.
Well, it's
Whatever.
not just that.
it's not just that. It's like how you're presented on Instagram as well.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
credential based and stuff.
Well, yeah.
But in other news, we're at war, and
that.
THC is still legal for a while.
Hey, well, okay. That's
part
a
of
weird
that-
bookended statement.
I like part of that.
Now, didn't I predict? I didn't predict the war. No, actually, no, we did predict the war.
did.
You know, but I also predicted the THC. I can't remember if it was Amy or
You
Colton
were
I was
right.
talking to last week.
That it would be vetoed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, no, the THC that it would get. Yeah. that it would-
vetoed.
Yeah, vetoed. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, that has kind of been the guess, right? But I didn't think he would go to special session.
I didn't think he would sign the veto.
So he's asking for a regulation, which fair enough.
Fair play.
I think.
Yeah, I
you know,
didn't think he was going to sign it, only because I thought that he wouldn't want to go to special session just because of the school vouchers.
Exactly. I'm glad that on the bills that were listed for special session so far, knock on wood, our community was not involved.
Yeah.
There are no more anti-LGBT bills in
Yeah,
session.
can you tell me and the listener, how does that deadline work? Like, I was reading the Texas Tribune story, and it said that he still has time to add
other things.
to
Yeah.
the agenda for the special session.
He
so,
can.
like,
I think
at
he's
what
got-
point can he not do that
I
anymore?
think, and listener, correct me, but I think he's got until 30 days before. So I think he's
Okay.
got until June 21.
Okay.
Okay.
Or no.
No,
No.
that's
No.
already
No.
gone.
July.
Yeah. So maybe he's got 10 days or something before, but he could slide a few if he's
Okay.
under pressure. But right now, and I think he stays right now, because otherwise if it gets too big, then you're going to roll into a second session. And it does risk the chance of his voucher bill being brought up by somebody else.
Okay.
It's a bit of gamesmanship at this point.
Well, what
Fascinating.
I yesterday I went to the drag brunch at Verbena. Do I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah.
Verbena.
Yeah, Verbena.
Verbena.
Yeah, Verbena, like one of our chamber members at Canopy. And it was so interesting. I was sending videos and photos to my family saying, how real the struggle is in Austin, Texas. Like, us being so controlled from being so queer. I swear to God, that place was the queerest fucking thing
Yeah.
I have been to for a long time.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I've been out for over 2 decades. And it was like, the shades were down, the doors were closed, and it was just like packed full of queer heaven.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
the canopy.
drag and like,
yeah.
oh my God.
The canopy knows how to throw a party,
Hell
especially
yeah.
a pride party.
Yeah. Stacked with queer and allied to the max leadership.
And it felt like to me, there was no separation between queer and allied. It just felt like everyone's queer, no matter where
think-
you are, which is the place that I want to be.
Their leadership team, they're all on the same page in that regard. And I think
but
that
like
it's
the
been-
guests, the people
100%.
that,
But,
at
you know,
the
Amy
venue.
and I went to a pool party there one time. I
Well,
have never seen more Speedos
me
in my
neither.
life. And that's a small pool.
That was like a sampling of what it would be like to go on a gay cruise, I think. And I am just like, no, thank you. Love y'all. Love this for you. Where's the nacho bar? Because I've had enough.
Yeah, read the Dinah Shore event is now done.
What?
That was
I
the
in
big
there.
lesbian onshore
What?
cruise.
What, like done?
Done. The the event
closed,
producer,
folded?
she's like, I'm done. I've been
Someone's
doing it for
gonna
years.
pick that up.
I would hope somebody picks up. I mean, there's got to be money to be made in that. That was pretty successful for so many years.
No, it might be generational though.
It might be.
Yeah, I don't think the younger gens are here for. But it's expensive. Like it's an elitist kind of thing, isn't it? Like the white party at Dinah Shore.
Yes.
Like I can't afford it.
I was young when I went and I figured it out.
I don't want to figure it out. This is why I hate the dating apps already. I'm like, God,
Why did you got all the
Yeah.
options in Lockhart?
I figured out how to block people though. I'll tell you that for free. They're like, hi, I love your photo. I'm like, block. Sauce. Like, I just don't even want to engage. I'm not interested. So, yeah.
What have you got your radius, your mileage set to? How far are you willing to travel for a date?
Our listener wants to know.
I think it's pretty opened up to 250.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
right.
what it was 10 years ago
Put
for
some
me.
miles on that trip.
That's how I ended up in Central Texas. So,
We do have listeners across the globe.
I know it. Well,
Yeah, you could.
a lot of people don't pay attention to that because clearly I haven't figured out the algorithm. I got people messaging me from Germany. I'm like,
What?
yeah, like your sentence structure is all over the shop, sister. Like, love that you're giving it a go, but this is not Babbel.
You're desperately trying to get out of
This
this
isn't
country.
Babbel. This is Bumble.
I can't wait to hear all of the stories of the journey
Oh,
that
God.
will be your dating life. In other words, though, let's get to the headlines. Maybe. So on June 13th this year, Travis County judge ruled that the 2022 City Council vote stands. This is the big O major facelift from the former 19-acre Statesman site down at Shoal Creek. It's been officially greenlit for redevelopment. This isn't just a bureaucratic win. It's a real home run for Austin's next chapter. Here's why it matters. Back in 22, the council gave a thumbs up to the mixed-use master plan, about 1,400 apartments, office space, dwarfing Austin's skyline by about 1 million square feet. It was a hotel, all hugging up next to the Shoal Creek. So now with the judge's ruling, that vision isn't just vaporware, it's going vertical. All the curmudgeons that sued over the years have pretty much lost. Critics warn that this will, slopes and erosion, disruption, and wah. So the city they had a legitimate concern, but the landslides aren't fictional, but the city hall didn't blink at all. They said, you know what, we'll just engineer for it. And in Austin's case, bold engineering often overrides timid fear. So the site isn't just vacant land. It's also atop one of Austin's most coveted corridors. With this ruling, developers can finally execute on the vision that's been in limbo for years, unlocking jobs, housing, and a tax base for a potential long overhaul. Bottom line, though, this isn't stagnation. It's real momentum. The judge didn't just uphold a punch list of approval. She endorsed a real blueprint for Austin to grow, to build, and to innovate. Now the hard work starts, balancing the density, sustainability, and long-term livability that makes Austin, well, Austin. Thoughts, feelings?
Livability.
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 I have one thing to say.
Oh, just the one.
SOS, girl. I think it stands for sue, obstruct, and stall.
Wow.
And I'm glad.
Very good. I like
I'm glad
that.
that we get to say he.
Yeah, I mean, they've been filing suits. This has been going on for years.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not just this project.
Yeah.
It's like the rail line, this project a couple times,
Yeah.
right? Because they sued over the TERS.
They sued over the TERS. They sued over how much time they had to talk at City Hall. They just sue. But meanwhile, what sits there now is a giant swath of concrete.
Asphalt. Yeah.
What you were going to say?
I know, me too.
Like, how are they good with just like it's all paved from shore to all the way to the back of the property?
I don't know what.
Like literally all the way up to the trail.
What am I missing? Like with the suing, I
I
don't
fundraising.
See, I just don't see the benefit. I'm like, oh, let's say that you win. Okay, now what?
Now what? You just get to keep the concrete? We're cool with that?
Fantastic.
Neat.
Perfect.
Get a roller rink out there.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
Save
Save our souls. let our city move forward.
SOS.
Well, I checked out the rendering and the picture's
Yeah.
gorgeous, and they also included the light rail in the background as well. Like, because Colton and I went to a meeting on Friday. The Austin Transportation
Austin Transit Partnership.
Transit. Thank you very much. And we had this great presentation on the light rail, and it's going to open at 2033. And so the rendering of this new, building that's going to take over this new facility, open air space out that's going to take over the Statesman, actually has the new bridge and the light rail in the background.
Y'all aboard.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I love it.
You think Austin changed a lot in the last 10, 20 years? Just you wait.
Oh, it's gonna change dramatically. But I mean, cities change.
Amazing.
I am curious about the park space. So they had like 6 acres set
Yes.
aside originally. And I'm assuming that was part of the first lawsuit with the TERS because they wanted to use those tax funds
To help.
pay for the park space.
Correct.
So I haven't heard anything since then about that space.
Yeah, there's still
They're
negotiations.
still setting it aside. Yeah.
They're still going to have to negotiate for like building height, so they'll still have to go back to council. But the vision is right to have an open green space, walkable connectivity amongst them, because it's a real selling point too for the developer to be able to have both apartments, housing, retail, walkability. Like they're going to want that anyway. The TERS was actually to help them set up and build a throughway with roads and upkeep of the park and keep the taxes from for the affordability of the spaces not hitting the residents and the retail tenants. So more to come, but this Judge Soifer cleared the way, which was pretty surprising. She's an interesting judge.
Wow.
I would expect her to have, she has definitely grown up in political spaces here in Austin around all of that crowd that has sued over the years. And I think everybody's just seen the light that we just can't keep suing to stop Austin from being Austin. There's sensible ways to grow.
Yeah. There's a lot of that going on, even just outside of this, right? With the 35 expansion and
That's what I
the
was
years of
thinking.
stalling to the point now where I think, 2-3 pods ago, we talked about a lot of funding being pulled.
Right.
Well, we missed the boat on that. Way to go, everyone.
Yeah.
You sat on that one and it turned out to be a dud.
Well played.
Yeah. Way to go.
And that's part of it too, right? Stall
Yeah.
is part of a strategy. And also the fundraising, because no sooner than a lawsuit goes out, then I get a fundraising email from that group going, help us fund, da-da-da-da. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No. Not at all.
Get out of town.
Get out. Well, we've talked about it before, but if you've passed in downtown recently, you've seen giant chunks being taken out of the convention center. So what to expect in this facelift? So Austin just dropped the first official look at the $1.6 billion redesign of the convention center. If you thought the old building was sufficient, you were dreaming. This project nearly doubles the rentable space from 365,000 to 620,000 square feet and adds 70,000 square feet of indoor-outdoor vibrancy. Austin ranks as the 11th, sometimes 10th, largest city, but our convention center has stagnated at 61st in the nation. This isn't your grandmother's old convention hall. Think expansive indoor-outdoor plazas, art-filled public zones, natural lighting, flooding in, and feels like an extension of our parks, not a conference prison. Dubbed as the world's first zero-carbon certified center, sustainability isn't just a checkbox. It has been baked into the DNA. So bigger shows, multiple simultaneous conventions, attention-grabbing headline events, and the kind that brings us to FOMO, not Fountain of Feeble. Downtown catalyst, yes, reconnecting streets, fostering walkability, and blending seamlessly with the brand new Waterloo Greenway redevelopment and Palm District. This is real urban integration on steroids. Not to mention economic engine. It'll be funded via hotel occupancy tax, paid for by visitors, if you don't understand how that works. And of course, the convention center revenues. This isn't just shiny, it's self-supporting. More visitors, more stays, more business, long-term uplift. Bottom line, this is a strategy, not bravado. Other cities build bigger. Austin builds smarter, integrating art, connectivity, carbon responsibility, operating with a real purpose and not ego. And frankly, that matters in the race for talent, investment, and cultural relevance. We're not just adding square foot, we are upgrading the city's operating system. Thoughts, feelings, emotions.
I love it.
Same.
Looking at the rendering, I mean, I'm a nerd, but I love a convention, and I also love seeing these like giant space for marketing,
Yes.
like the convention. Because right now, I don't know. I mean, it's like South by
Boring.
Southwest could be happening, and there's like a shitty vinyl banner hanging from the side of the convention center.
Yeah. Or the 4,000 taped posters on all the poles. Yeah.
Yeah, and I contribute to that. So sorry, y'all. But like for the actual convention, we should be able to have some real
You should
signage.
know who's in town.
Yeah.
You should be able to
I
go
agree.
by and see it and feel excited. And they should want to take a picture of themselves while they're here in Austin at the beautiful opened park setting and go over to Palm Park.
What?
Walk across the I-35 when that thing gets
I
expanded.
mean, we're going to be walking
Yeah,
everywhere, aren't we?
Can we talk about this Palm District a
Yeah.
little bit?
It's very sketchy, touchy. Let's
Is
go.
it
Let's piss everybody off.
Oh boy.
what is that? Is that like where Palm Door is?
No,
Like-
the Palm School. So
Oh.
that little beige building, kind of Art Deco-y looking, that's behind the Fairmont Hotel,
yes,
kind of across from the IHOP parking lot. That was one of the first schools. It was all of the Hispanic school, but it was inclusive of like elementary through high school.
Oh,
And
okay.
so it has a lot of cultural heritage to it and has been a very hot topic of how they're going to redevelop that space and who's going to redevelop it, how it looks. It's been in the conversation in the community for a long time.
Okay,
So it's still
that's
the
a fun rabbit hole for
Yeah.
me later. Thank you.
We'll do a story on that one coming up. But yeah.
And then also I looked to see that they're going to be building underground, like to get all this square footage. A lot of it is going to be,
And
subterranean.
like ballrooms overlooking the Waterloo Greenway project. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah. Finally, things are coming together in the way they're supposed to be. That Waterloo has been just a cesspool for decades.
When did
Yeah.
when
Oh.
did it start then? It's been a long time, huh?
Well, I mean, it has looked the way it has now for as long as I have been here.
That downtown section of it.
Yeah. I don't know, but they're making some big moves. I've walked the trail a couple times lately. Like, I really, once you get near Rainy Street, like if you cross, I don't know, on this side, but real cute over there. Real cute. New bridges.
I mean, if you look
Everything.
at what
It's
they do
supposed
with
to be a river walk.
like the amphitheater, like
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
section
the-
of it,
that
beautiful
looks really cool.
and
That little-
usable.
Miniature JV Riverwalk down there.
Yeah, exactly.
It
It's
is
getting bigger.
It
It's
could
growing.
be cute.
It's more of a stream walk.
I mean, but it's cute. Like it's
know, are
not
they
right
adding
now,
water?
but you can see the vision.
You can see it.
Yeah,
Yes.
and what it probably once was, and what it will be again.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. All of that coming together is going to be fantastic. Like I said, growth is good. And I love that they're doing zero carbon and they're really being intentional about who they are. It'll also be a big selling piece for them as they start looking to bring in conventioneers. I know the center is already booking up for when it opens again because most conventions plan 4 to 7 years out. And so, yeah, there's going to be people already on the books right now for when that thing opens. So
I love it.
Trisha's got her hands full over at the convention center running that project.
Oh,
she looks
boy.
really calm though every time I see her. I don't understand.
Well, I hope I'm still here to see the completion before one of my German girlfriends whisks me away in the next 5 years of this project.
We'll fly you home.
As if HEB isn't amazing enough, HEB Robots has quietly launched a pilot over in Mueller. I guess that's how you say it, Mueller. Rolling out autonomous delivery bots through its new Favor app. These very sleek-looking little machines can deliver up to 10 groceries, travel about a mile, about 3 to 5 miles per hour, all day from 11 to 7. No delivery fees, of course, no tips required. Why is it a big deal? Well, these bots are tailor-made for compact urban zones. And Mueller, of course, is perfect. Proving ground for groceries and errands all within arm's reach. They have the LiDAR, same thing you see on the self-driving cars, cameras and ultrasonic sensors guiding the way. These bots navigate the sidewalks, crosswalks, bad weather, and after dark. Hey. Smart economics, of course. Free delivery, no tipping. It's a game changer for convenience, and HEB isn't a gimmick. It's an investment in scalable, cost-effective logistics. Expansion potential, of course, if Mueller loves it, and the numbers don't lie. Expect the robots to roll into other ATX neighborhoods and beyond. So far, the early buzz by the customers who are using it, they are celebrating the, quote, cute robot eyes, an affectionate nod from Austinites. So isn't sci-fi a real strategy? HEB is layering efficiency, brand loyalty, and future readiness. They're really betting that robots will complement human delivery, shave off a few bits of seconds of service, and build goodwill. And of course, no carbon emissions from your little salsa run. Nice side effect. Bottom line, HEB's robot rollout isn't just a novelty. It's a very calculated move, branding, and urban convenience. They're betting that in the age of X, businesses that embrace automation win market and mind share. And in Austin, we're always the first to the future.
I've seen
Wow.
Nobody does more than your HEB.
I have so many questions regarding insulation. And
Oh, yeah, for you going to order ice cream at...
well, let's say I order some bluebell and a rotisserie chicken. How are you going to make that work?
Yeah, they probably segment it inside.
Yeah, maybe you get two little
You
robot...
get two robots.
You get
Yeah.
robot buddies.
Do you think there's
Yeah.
a hot robot and a cold robot?
I'm sure there's going to be a hot robot.
What's that robot that's been wandering around Austin? Did you see that with the cowboy hat?
Like an actual bot? Like
It's
a
like,
stand-up bot?
and it has the tagline that says, Californians trying to fit in when they move to Austin.
Oh, God.
And it's like, look natural, look natural. I'm kind of loving this robot era that we're in, though. Like, what are those? You might know what this is. They're like $400, and it's this little wheeled ball robot that has a camera on the front and like the cute little eyeballs, like the HEB thing. But it's how you communicate with your friends.
Oh.
What?
Like they can follow you around your house, and you can take them shopping.
You can have a buddy that's
Yeah.
a little ball.
Yeah, it's like, and so it's essentially like FaceTime, but they follow what you do. So rather than just talk on the phone, they're wandering HEB with you. You just put them on the floor.
Isn't that called a meddling mother? Like, I think we have that covered.
I follow this woman on Instagram who has like 3 of these things with her best friends, and it is funny.
You know, I mean, if it works, eventually they'll just be like the sci-fi movies where it's just like
Because you can't
a
get them to shut up.
hologram of a person.
I love this.
But
Yeah.
why is it on the floor?
Well,
why
'cause
isn't it like sitting on your shoulder like a
because-
little parrot?
No, because they control where they want to go.
Oh.
On their app, on their side. So like one of the videos that I watched recently, they went to the dollar store. And the little ball, whoever's living inside that, is going like, dollar store, shopping, dollar store. And she's like, shut up, shut up. She's like, hey, will you get me that? And she's like, will you stop? Like, I'm going to put you back in the car. It's funny. Or like if you're
so I
changing
could
and all of a
pay-
sudden they're just in there and they're like, ah!
So you're telling me I could pay $400 and pretend like I have a child for a day?
Or a friend.
You just have,
Take it back.
it's just a friend with a subscription and they just follow you around.
You know what? I do want my friends to pay subscriptions to be with me.
See?
You're right.
Especially like, but if you're like her bestie, I guess, is like 3,000 miles away. And so they just decided to get this thing. And the robot is cute. but also you can change the eyeballs into just images that are really disturbing, and like you just have to live with it. It's like, change those eyeballs now, and it's like, nope, you pissed me off yesterday. Now you get to look at this.
Between that and Labubu's, what is happening in this world?
I don't know. What happened to what was that little Yamaguchi or?
Tamagotchi.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a pet. It's a virtual pet. Mine always died
Well, yeah.
because it's not real.
I heard on the radio as well, like people are carrying around babies that are basically little robot babies. Yeah. And you just treat this baby exactly like a baby. And I mean, yeah, I think it's very much more advanced than it was like 10 years ago.
When we just carried around
you
like a
literally
potato in
carry
school.
the baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've seen one of these robots, the HEB ones, because one of my best friends lives in Mueller.
Yeah.
And I remember I was pulling out of the HEB parking lot, and you had to stop and wait for this robot to like stop and check the traffic and everything, and then like start trundling along. And I was thinking, what does the world come to? I'm sat here waiting
For
to
an ice chest across the street.
Exactly.
It's
so weird.
Okay, so these things are called EBOs, and they started out as like a pet, like it's a pet monitoring system
Yeah.
that you could like
Oh, they would
drive
interact
around
with your dog.
You could drive around your house while you're not there, find your pet, pop out a little dog treat,
Yeah.
and then. But now it's like it's being used in other ways. EBO Air is what they're called, and look these things up. They are insane.
I can't.
Like, just to have somebody criticizing me in my home, I think I need that. Like, girl, your mountain of laundry is rivaling Mount Everest. Like, fold that
This could
shit.
be like a full-time service. Like you could hire like a personal coach,
Yeah.
and then that coach follows you around in that little hamster ball.
Yes. Like, put me up on the table. Let me read that. It's for real.
I mean, I say that every day.
Why am I picturing like
Like, let me
a
see what you're
crazy
eating.
season of Queer Eye where it's only done through this little robot?
I love this.
And it's just like gays reading you.
I love it. Like, these two on Instagram, they are so funny. She's like, put some clothes on. She's like, I'm in my house. And she's like, no, but I want to talk to you. She's like, I'm going to sleep.
See,
What are you going to do if I don't go away? Like,
so for our next pandemic, drag queens can work. You can just
I
hire
love-
a drag ball.
yes.
Yeah.
So she puts the pillow over this thing because it's up on the bed with her while they're talking. She's like, you did not just cover me up. Like, I'll tell you, I'm here for the robots. I'm here for the takeover because I think it's going to be real funny.
Oh my Lord. I don't understand how people just don't pick up the little delivery robots. I mean, they just look like a little ice chest rolling across the street.
I have no doubt in Austin that will
I
happen.
mean, just pick it up and like put it on your arm. And then one of those little robot balls would be like, put it down.
We're going to see a swarm of robots down on Cesar Chavez. I have no doubt.
We can just do all of our parades and rallies by bots. We just all roll up Congress.
What the heck? Well, I think they should put seats on them so you don't have to carry your groceries home. Alternate transportation. Speaking of micro-mobility.
There you go.
You just like John
ride your
Deere
little robot ball.
your way home in the bike lane. Like, I got my groceries. I took public transit here, and now I get to ride the robot back.
There was a guy or a company the other day that was in the paper. They were the digital paper. They were testing over at the Long Center where you fly. And so it's basically like it looked like 10 drones strapped together, and you just kind of
I don't love
Like
that at all.
Get
jetpack
lifted.
style.
not even that cool. Like a bunch of drones tied together, and they lift you up. And
I don't love that at all. Did
You
you
hope
see,
for the best.
Did you see the new devices they have in Europe to bring drones down at the football games?
no.
Yeah, it looks like a cannon, but it disrupts the signal, and it just kind of brings,
Debilitates them all, and they
just brings it down to the pitch.
oh.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just want to see a gondola in any of these renderings, and I'm here for like the cute robots with the cute eyeballs.
Crazy times, but good luck
Yeah.
to the folks in Mueller. I hope you enjoy the HEB robot rollout and get all of your hot and cold deliveries separately. So on to our next segment that I do love is Fun Facts with Fiona, if you want to educate our listeners.
So I think I've already mentioned that the majority of LGBTQ plus people in the United States live in the South. But even this one surprised me because Austin is officially one of the queerest cities in the country. According to the Williams Institute at UCLA, Only San Francisco and Portland have more LGBTQA plus folks per capita than we do. So on the metro level, San Francisco's got about 6.7% of residents identifying as LGBTQ plus. In Portland, it's 6%, and Austin comes in close at 5.9%. So even on the city level, 5.3% of Austinites identify as LGBTQ plus, making us one of the most rainbow-filled cities in the United States. Aww, how cool is that?
And
That's a
everyone
fun one.
in New York is lying.
Yeah, where
Clearly.
is New York in all of that?
Like,
That's hilarious.
Have y'all been to Broadway?
Maybe they just don't count New York. You know,
Maybe
'cause
they're
it's
like,
just
oh, yeah.
99%.
Yeah.
in New
Maybe
York.
we're counting our robots here.
For
What?
sure.
The robot population doesn't count.
Anyway, I thought it was really cool. Like only San Francisco and Portland are ahead of us. In
That's
terms
amazing.
of,
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
kind of surprised
Right?
San Francisco. I don't know why, but
huh?
The
Why?
Castro.
Yeah,
I know, but
San Francisco is like where gays were founded.
Yeah, it's where we started breeding.
Mr. Harvey Milk.
I understand all of that. I just mean like through evolving times and how people have moved along and moved in and moved out of unaffordability.
No, that's where all the rich gays are.
Right. Okay, bye. I'm going to go check my dating app.
Exactly.
I'm going to change my mileage and my address to San Francisco.
In Portland. In Portland.
Yeah.
In
Put a-
Portland.
Put a block on Palm Springs.
Yeah, also Palm Springs. I mean, per capita.
Per capita.
Per
pretty
Per
gay.
capita. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's
I
pretty
mean,
gay.
and I the Williams Institute, I trust their research and their findings. But
Fascinating.
it is really fascinating.
Yeah, I wonder how. I wonder where the queer capitals are in some of our bigger countries. So, who came in first? San Francisco.
San Francisco, then Portland, and
So-
then Austin.
If it was Canada, I would guess Vancouver.
Yep.
Australia, Sydney, easy.
For
Per
sure.
capita.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. What about Melbourne? Because, Kylie Minogue's from Melbourne.
I lived in Melbourne, and it was not overly queer while I was there.
Maybe that just hit.
But I was still in like the athletic world, so
That seems pretty queer.
yeah, it was probably skewed between like Aussie rules and football, soccer. Yeah, there's a lot of crossover there.
But good. We made a top 3.
I love that.
That's your fun fact to wrap up Pride
We're
Month.
number 3. We're number 3. Do you remember that old Snapple commercial?
Negative.
Oh man, it was so cute. They had like a whole parade in their commercial, and Coca-Cola came out as number 1, and they were number 2. This was like in the 90s. And they're like, "We're number 2. We're number," and then lo and behold, Coca-Cola scooped them up.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But that's great.
Well, now they're number 1.
We're so queer.
Good for them.
We're so queer.
So, switching over to membership, did you know that our chamber has roughly 475 plus some odd members? Everybody from Apple to small, as we call them, small mom and pop shops, and everybody in between. Let's welcome and talk a little bit about how our chambers can get into more activity here. What do you got for us, Amy?
Yes, we have a relatively new program, our Member 101 series. So Fiona hosts the Get to Know the Chamber call twice a month. Twice a month.
Twice a month on the same day.
Yeah.
I think it's like the 4th Wednesday of the month. So it's this
So
week.
technically 4 opportunities. And then I am hosting a Member Perks and Portal series to leverage your chamber. So getting to know the benefits behind the scenes that you are not utilizing, as well as navigating your portal to gain visibility, to access member perks. If you have not had a ribbon cutting, I know we talk about this a lot on the pod, but if you have not had a ribbon cutting with us, and it doesn't even matter if you've been a member of ours for 15 years, if you have not had a ribbon cutting, email me or membership @ or info @ and we will get that on the calendar. You deserve a ribbon cutting. It's an opportunity to get a little more visibility through socials and our events calendar and really open up your brick and mortar to our members. If you don't have a brick and mortar, no problem. We will figure it out with you. So reach out to me if you would like to join our Member Perks and Portal call, and I will add you to the calendar invite, and we'll talk about all the things that you may be missing out in leveraging your chamber membership.
Good stuff. And there is no shortage of ways to engage and evolve as well. Colton, run us through what do you got coming ahead for events.
Hi, listener. It's still June. Still Pride. Happy Pride. Here, see, that's what I was waiting for. I love it. Okay, let's dive into what's coming up, Chamberland and beyond. As Amy mentioned, on June 25th is another edition of Getting to Know the Austin LGBT Chamber with Fiona.
And Amy.
And Amy.
I'll
and
be
Amy.
there.
She'll be there. She'll be there.
She'll come in on her little roller ball.
I probably
I
won't
would
be
love
there.
that.
Oh, yeah. Ordering you one now. On June 26th, you can join us at the Long Center for the drop-in. We will be having all of our health and wellness partners out there. Live music, LGBTQ artists on Long Center's 3D printed stage. And then here is the list of members that are participating in the Pride Health Fair. Health Alliance for Austin Musicians, or HAM, Ally Medical, Vivint Health. They will be providing free HIV and STI testing that night at the drop-in. Out Wellness, Austin Regional Clinic, Meals on Wheels of Central Texas, Hasby, Austin Rise FC, Austin DBT Associates, One Line Wellness, Austin Community Soccer Association, Alzheimer's Association of Texas, and Emancipet.
That's a heck of a list.
So excited for this.
Because queer health and wellness extends to our pets.
It does.
Yes.
My pet's gay. My cat's gay for sure.
My Winston definitely is a drag queen and when I'm not home.
I
There's,
do-
there's a whole gig going, I'm sure of it.
And even if your pets aren't queer, their parents probably are.
Yeah.
On June 28th, this Saturday, we will be at the Pride Picnic at Peace Park. This event is shaping up to be magical, with co-chairs Gary and Noel leading the charge. Expect activations and crafts, a book swap with the Little Gay Shop, music, food, drinks, info and resource booths, including your friends at the Chamber. Looking ahead, are you registered for our intercity trip to Seattle? Early bird pricing ends on July 1st. July 1st. I don't know how I forgot how to talk right there. I know, I can't read. Yes, but save some money. Take advantage of that early bird sale. We will be exploring how to do business with, to, or from Seattle, housing and commercial markets, the Seattle Waterfront Project, incentive programs for businesses, the startup and investment scene, and workforce and regional growth in King County. We also have tons of member events coming up. Like I said, the Long Center drop-in, we will be there this Thursday, but you can catch free concerts every Thursday all summer long. Austin Playhouse presents Fat Ham, a Pulitzer Prize-winning modern revamp of Hamlet, happening through June 29th. Austin Pride Toastmasters bi-monthly meeting on June 24th, the same night as Rainbow Hour, a queer arts meetup and happy hour at Oil Can Harry's with Austin Rainbow Theater. Pride of Caldwell County still has a couple more Pride events for y'all out in Lockhart. Adult social at Old Pal, queer Q&A, plus live music and more.
Oh, boy.
June 26th, you can join Jennifer Wheeler and Wheelhouse Learning Solutions for a special event on the ROI of belonging and awareness in the workplace. Good stuff.
Love that.
June 26th, there is a small business resource forum and better business mixer with our friends at the Austin Asian Chamber of Commerce. And finally, Le Ballet Trocadero. I don't know how to say that last part. I did it again. I did not look it up since the last time I recorded.
Trocadero?
Yeah.
Don't worry, you're just doing the
Trocadero.
English
Yeah,
pronunciation.
I don't know.
Lividability.
Lividability. Drag ballet. So here for it. Real New York City ballet.
Yeah, we're going to make Tina a convert.
Ballet.
Yeah.
She's going to be a ballet lever, a ballet-ver. You're going to go to all the ballets from now on.
I love it.
Am I going to go to all the ballets? I don't think so. That is an insane rundown of Pride events. For, of course, all the details, registration links, head over to the Austin LGBTchamber.com. Follow us on the socials. You'll see all of that information there as well. You can follow at Austin LGBT Chamber. We'll see you out and about. It's the last week of Pride, so get your gay asses out there.
I know my list is getting shorter and I'm getting more tired.
Well, as always, thank you for joining us. If you want to learn more about becoming a member of the Chamber and all of our events, visit us at austinlgbtchamber.com. If you want to be a guest or a sponsor, you can email us at info@austinlgbtchamber.com. Listen to our show every Friday, wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks. We'll see you next time.